Hi, my fellows. It's after 12. The time now it's 12:45. Would say it's now PM, right? South African time. And then the date today is the 29th day of the 10th month, 2018. And it's good to see all of you again. I just wanted to share with you some things, since we all are aware of the current developments in the billion coin. Well, though it's not that much, our heading it's let's share. This is the fifth part of our title. And then, of course, we are live streaming from the Republic of South Africa. And we also are preparing for our Wednesday cash flow coaching. Okay, as you know, that this will be our 10th one, with good developments, of course. Our coaching is doing well. Remember, it's theoretically and practical. It's not just theory. And yes, we are also in a position to meet and liaise one-on-one with the people that we are coaching. Okay. Of course, we will be multiplying the number of students on the online training. Okay, but currently it's offline, and then if it's online, few of those. But what we are doing currently, we will have various video updates during our coaching sessions and afterwards. And then when you go to our website, you'll be able to see all those activities. Not forgetting that nothing is for free, right? Good leaders, they forever train at a price. They don't do things for free. Okay, otherwise we will have a disorganized community. Okay, so on Thursday this week again, and continuously every Thursday, since our cash flow coaching it's every Thursday, Wednesday, and then TBC presentation will be every Thursday in Soweto, of course, but not the same spot where we conduct our trainings, somewhere else, but around Soweto. So after the presentation on Thursday, we will also have TBC cash flow arrangement, since they are also interested to they're also interested to okay, my apology for that. Yeah, we also have arrangements for the second cash flow training. It's a different place, meaning we'll have about more than one in Soweto. Okay, and then we are also in preparation for the third one in another place just after Pretoria. Okay, and then from there is another one, which is the fourth one. It will be in one of the provinces in Mpumalanga, and of course we will be developing leaders there and the entire community, of course. Yeah, this is what we've been looking for quite some time now, though we didn't have much people there, but finally we managed to locate trusted, reliable members. Okay, so you will be updated by all these activities. Yeah. Just to remind you of something, I don't know how many of you have asked themselves this question: why did they join TBC? Why? Have you ever asked yourself that question? What was the reason behind? Then you can share with us on the top chat. That will be very interesting. Because when you look at the certain percentage of our fellows, some they knew why they joined TBC. Some they knew, but today they are doubtful about the decision they've made. So they differ with reasons. Okay, but now myself, I know why I became a fellow in this private community. It was not by a mistake when I made a decision. I remember we were less than 50,000 by then. To this day, I'm still here sharing with you. Of course, there will be questions from others within the TBC community or outside TBC community, okay, about this community. Why is it a private entity, and where is it heading, and why is it not on the coin market base? You know, when you look at the a certain number of people in the United States, they are not for Coinbase. You know, they are not interested in it. So if there are people under the sun who are not interested in the being to be a part of coin market base, then why should we? Because from the beginning, the admin has clarified that. Okay, so I'm still here, and I'm positive, and no one will change my heart or my mind, because what I believed in, it was the right choice from the beginning. And of course, there were naysayers, negativity from around the globe, but that did not change my stand. I know the reasons why I'm here, and even if the admin hasn't forwarded us the latest, the developments, but I believe that the whole system of TBC, it's good, and it is really going to eradicate poverty globally with all those who are positive and also ready to work hand in hand with this system. Okay, so we also have some things that we need to share so that we can understand why we are here, why we are community members of the Billion Coin. Okay, and then we will also do some comparison from the outside world, meaning outside the Billion Coin community. Okay. Now, I hope we are together on that one. Okay. If anyone has a comment about why are we the members of this community, where we are heading, or you can share. The chat is open for everyone. Okay. Now, let's come back to the feds, how they work. Okay. But I'll go back a little, say about plus minus 100 years back, when the feds started the whole system. Okay. They had no money, meaning the capital. They had no capital, right? And meaning that means their bank account was empty. Okay. But they managed to run financial affairs with an empty account or empty bank account, right? And they also introduced something called checks. As soon as they write a check it's money, okay? And then when you write a check, according to my understanding, that means you are beginning to print out money. Now, they managed to print out their first dollar without them having something in their bank account. Now, the question here is, who gave them the right to do so? Because there were only few, less than 10, but they had that power to work that one out. That's how I understand where everything started and how. Okay. I hope we're together, right? So after that, they multiplied their dollar or currency, you know, to this day. And during that, they also had something like an influence on how to penetrate the markets, even the banks. There were banks, but those banks were not a part of the feds. Okay, they were independent. And some of those bank owners foresaw the strategy of the federals. Okay, some they tried to counter against, but with the public members, they foresaw a good thing. Not all of them. Okay, so that was the beginning of a new era for the feds. Remember, I said less than 10 people, and with one of the highly sophisticated senator from the US, okay, influenced the whole plan. And of course, it did work for them. But now, when you look at the whole operation, they were never free from that first day to date. They managed to manipulate all the resources of the world to this day, but at the same time, they're not free. So many things were involved within that bill they've signed. Okay, they've signed the bill. Okay, in our next title, after this live stream, I'll arrange something also where I will demonstrate some proofs on how they came about. Okay, and then we will show you some slides. I'll also forward you the links where you can continue on your own whenever you have your moment. Okay, so the bottom line here is that they managed to print money without the permission of anyone. And they were governments by then, they were banks, but they managed to do their whole own thing. You understand? Now, the same thing that they did, others, of course, did try around the globe to do the same. But what happened? What was the outcome? They were locked up. They were arrested. And who actually arrested them when they started the whole process? No one. That's how the feds work. And I've never heard of any investigation or the arrest of the feds ever since I was born. Meaning, no one investigates them. They just do whatever they please, whatever they wish, anytime. Okay. But let us compare now the whole plan with the current developments, with the current US government, Donald Trump and others. What is happening? We see now there is something happening between the feds and the current administration of the US under Donald Trump, of course. You might have noticed that. Okay. Now, if they have the right to print or make decision or agreements, so everyone can do the same. Is that right? Do you agree with me? We have seen that through Bitcoin. They had an agreement, they launched it, today it's running. TBC, we have an agreement. So, same arrangement. But now the problem is, with the feds, they are not up for opposition or competition. They'll always have another budget to counter against something. You know. So, but now, let's go back to Bitcoin a bit. They did try and they're still trying, but now there is some form of a delay in between because it's like they were caught up unprepared. I hope we are together, right? They were caught up unprepared. They will try to do something. As you are looking at the Bitcoin price today, yesterday, and for the past couple of months, it's on about 6,000. Am I right? $6,000 or over. Yeah, it fluctuates. You know, they're trying to keep it there, to keep it there. But at the same time, they don't have 100% control. Okay. And just to add also something on that, we have other countries where they don't they are not backed by US dollar. Okay, that is North Korea, Cuba, Iran, Libya, Afghanistan, and I think Iraq. Yeah, they are not backed by gold. That's what I came across during my research. As you know, that I forever do the research. So, of which I don't have a problem with the TBC arrangement or system. It's perfect. I'm happy with it. That is why I don't listen to naysayers, because now I have an understanding of what is that exactly I'm involved with. I don't know about others or you guys, but I'm fine with it. I am still a networker. I still put my foot in all of them, but at the end of the day, I know where I stand, and my contribution in TBC community stays and will continue. Okay, so apart from the countries that I've mentioned now, or their currencies, as for the rest, except the ones that I've mentioned or called or stated, they are backed by US dollar. But now, since we are facing the collapse, this upcoming collapse of their system, how many of us are ready to do the, what do you call this? How many of us are ready to counter against? Because that collapse is coming. Even the feds cannot stop that. Are you ready? What are you doing? I've already mentioned that I've put my foot in all of them, but I know where I stand. I have to contribute in this community because I love to do that. And I didn't make any mistake. And I don't have a doubt that it's why sometimes I become so sensitive when I see other fellows stealing from others within this community, diverting the focus of our mission to their own gains. It's some people can do strange things, of which I can't keep quiet about that, because when you compare from where we started with other fellows of ours from the Philippines, Nigeria, Papua New Guinea, and South Africa, we also have other countries. From that day to date, we are over 2 years. Why should we allow some people who just came in 3 hours ago? It could be 3 months, it could be 3 weeks, it could be, wow. But they came in late. And with the hope, of course, of cashing out, others with the hope of destroying, others with the hope of being a part of TBC builders now. So we can't be quiet about it, because we have something that the admin has created for us, which is wealth within this community. So we are not here to serve certain individuals because of their status or because of they are billionaires or millionaires. No. Those billions or millions, they made it out of this community. It's for them. It is not for us. And we don't even have to know about it. It's their private affair. Here we're talking about eradicating poverty globally with everyone who is focused in this mission. So, my fellows, don't allow to serve individuals in this community. Learn things, ask questions, question everything, read, stand up, and create other leaders, not followers, because it's not going to work. If you blend oil and water into one pot and start boiling it, even if you can boil it for 50 years, when you open, oil will still be separated from the water. So we cannot be compared with other markets. And we are not here to serve individuals because they have billions or millions or whatever. No, we are here to do what? To serve the system of TBC. so that everyone around the globe at the end of the day must be out of poverty, of which we are hitting there, and it's happening. Look at what is currently happening with the Feds. It's bad. Trump is doing his work. Well, some will say no, they don't like him. Trump, whatever. Okay, it's fine. Those are private affairs within the jungle of United States, of course. But I think myself, I'm in favor of what is happening because the Feds have messed up our global communities. They've stolen from everyone in this world. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. No. So another one is that yesterday we ran out of time during Stephen Covey's live stream broadcast, so there were some questions, but I think the time was already over. We had some questions. I, for one, I had a question. My question was based on the broadcasters that if any member or anyone in this community is keen to build together with everyone, that person must, capital letters, must, and underline it, that we need more broadcasters. Why the number is not growing? Where are they? What are they waiting for? If you are with us, then you will follow all the instructions. Okay. But if you don't follow the instructions and say you are scared, then you are not at the right place. There's something wrong. Or maybe you still need to be educated about the system of TBC. That's another thing. So that question I asked, and I think my brother Ishrak Uddin also followed up about that. But like I said, it was already late. There was no more time. I hope my brother Stephen was already now closing. But now we can share it here if you have something to say, okay, about it. It's a deep concern from me. I hope from others as well. Like I've just mentioned, brother Ishrak Udin was also concerned about that. I'm not gonna be sitting here watching every faces over and over again. No, that's not me. We spoke about it, and I'm still repeating it that brothers, sisters, and all other builders within this community understand this life. We are not here to create followers, but we are in this community of TBC to do what? To create more leaders, because we have a huge responsibility. The more this community grows, the more responsibility. But our code must be one. We have to present same thing, one system. Yes, we love the idea of bringing in merchants within this community and bringing in anyone who's in a position to grow this community and contribute to this community. But we have to know the whole agenda, because if there is a second agenda, which is the hidden one, it's not going to benefit us. It's going to divide this community. So let's look at it like this. For this community to reach where they are, 3.3 million today, okay, it is because of other committed builders of TBC contributed to this number. I hope we understand that one. So we cannot allow a situation whereby others will just come and start what? Dividing this community and claiming, also telling other members that they can do better than what other leaders and the builders did. Be careful about those statements, and you don't have to allow that because you know the truth. If you allow that, we're going to have a problem and we're going to have other delays. I hope we're clear on that. So those who are claiming that they can do better than others, we want to see their new introduced communities. I hope we're clear on that. Adding on the current number, adding on the where, adding on the current number, adding on broadcasters, adding on builders, and loving and respecting each other within this community. Don't tell us about that there are no more presidents under Randy. There is no more The Voice. We know about that. And we took an instruction from the admin that The Voice and his top 10 must resign from their titles, but they will remain as leaders. So that doesn't give anyone a right to disrespect or hate our leaders, because we are still there to do what? To grow this community. So, but if those other ones are going around and say there are no more what? Randy's top 10 and there is no more Randy's or The Voice, then they influence the communities to do what? To be independent without working with those leaders and the communities. They must do their own. Can't you see that this community will start having a problem because everyone is coming up with his own idea? But at the end of the day, when you look at the results, you see nothing. They're just rotating one place. And what they do, they go to the communities that were built by others already and start dividing them, lying, and it's not going to work. They must come and show us that here are the communities. We have brought them to add on the current number and to add on the broadcasters. But it's not like that. It is all about them. Please, it's all about them. They didn't introduce anyone. Some, they go to other leaders just for the information that will never help them with anything, because we have a protocol as leaders. We are still leaders under Randy. Randy is still a top leader close to the admin. It's going to work like that. But if you start disrespecting, hating, not loving your fellows, you're going to have a problem, because along the way, some things are going to catch up with you. Let me tell you another one. Some of those, they are currently stealing from our communities. They are still promising our communities the high returns that if they join their merchant program, they're going to earn high. And then they will be in a position to help them to cash out TBC. That's a lie, isn't it? It was not said by the admin, but it was said by them. Some of them, they've promised that our fellows that by next month, our fellows will be in a position to cash out over millions from the one full TBC coin. That's a lie, isn't it? I don't know anything about that. Even the admin never said anything about that. Okay. Now, the sad thing is that we have this presentation in different languages around the globe. You can present TBC in North Korean or South Korean or Bengali or in Hindi, you know. So we need to be careful and be cautious about these situations. We must know at the end of the day in which direction are we moving in, right? So cash flow coaching trainings, they are available. Let's go for it. And ask questions that will build everyone. Of course, if you ask those questions, you will get the right answers. We don't have to behave meaning in an opposite direction from our system or mission, but we have to be focused and understand more why we are here, why is TBC. Okay, yeah. So now I hope we are together, we understand what you have shared so far. If you didn't get it right, replay this video afterwards, and then we will, if there's a comment, of course, I can still retrieve that after the live stream. Okay. So now, sorry, I need a light. Yeah. Yeah, so let's go to the top chat. Okay. We have, let me see. Oh, we have Tanu Ram Swargari. I thank you for being here. Israq, hi again. And Ed Zichta Defalt, hi again. It's good to see you. Then we have TBC's Saidu Rahman, hi brother, it's good to see you. And then we have Lufo Rahman. I haven't seen you for quite a while, and thanks for being here. And then we have Pritish Malik, hi again. And it's good to see you guys, and thanks for showing up in this live stream broadcast. And then as for now, I will be closing, but I'll just give you something to go and study. And later, when I return from my errands, then we can talk about it. During my research, I picked up that before Richard Nixon in 1971 introduced the fall of gold backed up currency in the US, meaning you remember that the dollar was backed by gold, but after during the Vietnam War, and I think in 1970, after the Vietnam War, sorry, Richard Nixon, the US president by then, he pulled out the gold standards from the dollar. Okay, so after that, there were some changes. Now only few were controlling the whole system of money to this day, of course, but the whole arrangement started 100 years ago. So there was a book. This book was introduced by a friend to Jeff Berwick. Many of you know Jeff Berwick by the name of AKA Dollar Vigilante. So the guy who introduced the book that I'm going to give you now, I'll just give you the title. Even Randy once demonstrated the book. That person is a friend to Jeff Berwick, aka Dollar Vigilante. It was after he was nabbed by the system, millions. And the way the whole thing happened, he nearly committed suicide. But because of, when you have good people around you, friends and others who care about you, then they'll bring you back and advise you about something else in order to counter against the pain that you went through. So Jeff and Jeff, what did he do? He spoke to the guy, and the guy, after that, they've shared his problem. The guy introduced a book called, I'm going to write it there. My spelling is right. Yeah. Okay, that's the book, Monster from Jekyll Island. Please read that book. You can even find the audio for the same book. Okay, it's a very good book. Then you'll have an idea of what we're discussing here today, and then we can still discuss further other things from that book. You'll understand how the Fed system came about. Okay, so I think now, okay, we have other comments. Let's go back before we close. Okay, we have, okay, let's start here. Right. TBC Saidur Rahman, he's saying TBC work for peace. That's true, brother. Wherever there's peace, then there's love and respect. Okay. And then also TBC Saidur said, oh, no, he was greeting Israq. Okay, let's see. And then we have Lufo, brother Lufo. He's saying TBC, the best opportunity platform for Bangladesh. That I believe you, brother. It's true what you're saying, because the way you have presented this system in Bangladesh became easy for those who are now in it to understand that what is TBC exactly. Though not everyone is in, but you are getting there. You're doing the good work. And congratulations, brother. Then we have Israq again. He's saying, Brother Lawrence, every day our Bangladesh TBC community, aka broadcast 10 to 12%. Today, also 12% made broadcast. That's excellent. This is what we're talking about. We need broadcasters from every country, not followers. We want to see different faces. Sometimes we will see them in a panel, which is good, exchanging how they interact. We also have the links to join you guys. We can also come in and share with you. We need this broadcastings. We need this flexibility, because times now from the other world, they are beginning to shorten. You understand that? Okay, and thanks, Brother Israq. Let's check. There is another message here. Okay, Brother Crypto Magnet, thanks again. Yes, there is no elected leaders, because we are all leaders that do love and respect each other. This is what you're talking about. If I see someone disrespecting you guys and other fellows of ours in the TBC community, I can't just keep quiet, but I must follow that why is this happening? Even if one of our fellows was wrong, but it doesn't have to go public. If people have their own personal grudge or whatever, they will have to go private, not here or on Facebook or on other social medias. You have to sort out things. We are not children. We know what we want and why we're here. So, brother Crypto Magnet, thank you again for your input. We are all leaders, and we will continue creating leaders who will grow this community, not leaders who will be burdens to others or dividing our fellows. We're not going to allow that. Okay. And TBC Sadur is saying our mission is good, our mission is great. It is up to each and every one of us to fulfill it with the realization of this gift of life. Yes, brother, we are not forcing anyone. I know every day, even you guys, you come across questions that when are we cashing out? Where is this TBC? Is this TBC real? But some of those people who are asking these questions, they were with you from 2016. Why are they asking you that question now? You understand that something is not right there. But I'll repeat again. Myself, as Lawrence, I've been long with you guys, and I know that I'm in the right place. And even if the entire TBC community can say today, we are pulling out, I will remain, but I know where I'm heading. I hope we together on that one. Okay, my fellows, for all your contributions in the top chat, all what you have shared today is going to help others. And then go and read that book. You can find it on internet. There's an audio, there's a book. Go through it later. We'll talk about it. Let me go now to attend a few things, and then I'll be back just before our send button meeting. And thanks again, my fellows. I love you all. Let's multiply. Remember the red graph, the fourth one. It has to be added. Okay, and thanks for now. Bye.